Alrighty. Well, we just saw an absolute... it was a tragic match, but it was also a very good one from Serenity Wheeler. A good opening match show. I am expecting Serenity's Duelist Kingdom run to actually be quite fun. Alright, Tania going up against Espa Roba, and you gotta say, this is probably only going to go one way. However, if Espa Roba can get Jinzo to the field, Jinzo may actually cause some problems. Because the Amazon S deck does heavily rely on that, there it is, that Amazon S Onslaught. And if that can't be used, it may just hinder the Amazon S deck a little bit, but we will see. I mean, the Amazon S deck, it's very, very good. It is a very good deck. Still, it was used in the GX series as well. Alright, the Illusory Gentleman. Someone said something about Tania going up against Jaden and Becca and Chaz and all them as well. That will be good to watch. Tania and the Amazon S go up against the Elemental Heroes at some point in the future. Near future, probably. We will see that as Illusory Gentleman has gone after Amazon S Sage. Now, Amazon S Archers, that forces all attacking monsters, all opponents' monsters, into attack mode, and they all have to attack if they are able to. And they all lose 500 points. The Amazon S Archers is a hellacious card, which can absolutely tear an opponent's field to shreds. Now, Illusory Gentleman has no choice but to attack. Like, it has to attack if able. There goes Amazon S Onslaught, so now it's removed from play, so Roba can't even use a Monster Reborn on it to bring it back. For example, if Roba used a Monster Reborn, then summon Jinzo. Remember, Jinzo was only 6 stars. But even if they get Jinzo to the field, Jinzo still won't be able to get through Amazon S Queen. And if Amazon S Queen attacks, Amazon S monsters, they can't be destroyed by battle. So Jinzo would be destroyed, but Amazon S Queen would not. They're both at 2400. Amazon S Onslaught is activated. Amazon S Trainee comes to the field. It will gain 500 attack from the effect of Amazon S Onslaught. It's a fantastic card. Alright, 2414 is 38, so 5800 coming off Espa Roba. And, well, it's always good to see these decks take on their Battle City counterparts, as you see just how much the golfing class between them is. But two characters you never would have thought you would have seen duel in Tania and Espa Roba. Who would win out of them? Well, Tania, probably. But we see it once. We probably won't see them duel again. But we see it at least here once, so the question is actually answered as Mind Crush is activated. So Espa Roba will have to look through every card in the game. He did use Mind Hacksaws, so he does know that Amazon S Spellcaster is in hand. May just take a minute, but so what else has been updated? Pegasus's deck has been updated. All Toon monsters haven't tested yet, but Bandit Keith deck has been upgraded. There's a lot of potential coming out. We've still got about 8 or so empty deck slots. So Cyrus is coming, Zane is coming, the Big Five are coming. They're all coming, and 5 turns is all it takes for Tania to dispatch of Espa Roba early in this one. So Raphael is being redesigned. Raphael's deck will include the Dark Scorpion monsters as well as his Guardians, just to give him something else more, because just the Guardians alone, it just isn't working. But at least now we'll get to see Dark Scorpion monsters, because there's not enough of them and enough spell and traps to really call them an archetype. And I've always wanted to just see them in something, so it kind of works. Alright, first to go is Espa Roba in the second round, but I think the Amazon S are just going to be too strong. And well, it's not a fantastic hand. Although that Queen's Pawn, if an Amazon S monster destroys an enemy monster by battle, you can call an Amazoness monster level 4 or lower from the deck with Queen's Pawn. It's not a bad card as well. Alright, down goes Amazoness Village. An Amazoness Heirloom is in hand. And Amazoness Tiger is 1700. It has equaled Reflect Bounder, but Amazoness Heirloom can stop Amazoness Tiger being destroyed by battle. Once per turn, but once per turn is enough. The effect of Reflect Bounder takes 1700 points off Tania. Now, Amazoness Heirloom isn't destroying Reflect Bounder by battle, it's destroying it by card effect. So, if Tania attacks with Amazoness Tiger again, that Queen's Pawn won't actually be able to activate. But I don't think it's going to matter. Roba has gone with a defense. There's a third Amazoness Village. That is the downside to doubling up on cards. If you draw them all at the same time, you can potentially draw a brick hand. However, Amazoness Tiger still remains on the field and he is doing some damage here. Draw phase for Roba, 5 cards in hand. Now remember, Tania's opponents will progressively get more and more difficult. So, even though these early matches are a whitewash, look what happened with Jaden. He whitewashed about the first half of it, and then he started to get beaten. So, he lost 3 all up. There's Amazoness Call. Would you all like to see Chum-Li take on Jaden tomorrow? That could be fun. Even Chum-Li take on Chaz. Alright, Amazoness Princess to the field. We'll do some more deck creation over the weekend. So come Monday next week, we should get in full swing with some fresh new series. As Amazoness Princess is going in for an attack. There goes Amazoness Rescue, I think that is. Amazoness Rescue, that trap card. Barely use that with an Amazoness deck. It's still an Amazoness card. It's just, it's when something gets targeted on the field, you can swap one with your hand. It's not a very common effect usage, but it's still got the title of Amazoness, so it's in the deck. There's only one of them. There's Amazoness Sage. And this is getting ugly. If it was a boxing match, the referee would have stopped the match by now. Espa Roba is being battered. And he's got one more turn to probably... He won't be able to do much. You'd have to play a Dark Hole. Amazoness Onslaught. Even if Dark Hole's activated, Amazoness Village will activate. There's Old Mind. Take your pick, Amazoness Village or Amazoness Village. Oh, there goes Amplifier. There was a Jinzo spirit in the GX series as well. Maybe we could give him a deck. Updated Jinzo deck to take on GX, just not Espa Robas or Joey's. Make a Jinzo specific deck. I remember that match. Jaden took him on and the students were going missing. And that's when you hear about Atticus and the reason why Alexis. And then there was the dude who used the Archfiend monsters, who used the fake Millennium puzzle. I remember that as well. Maybe make a deck for him. There's the Archfiends. They were one of the very first archetypes, along with the Gravekeepers, sorry. Electric Snake was played in attack mode. Now, I did say this before, we are having issues with the buttons on the right-hand controllers for both of the Nintendo Switches. They are rapid firing pressing A when not intended to. Sometimes you press A and the button doesn't work at all. It is a cross fingers that the switches don't just crap themselves, because then we won't be able to do any, but that's probably what happened. It wouldn't have mattered though. Espa Roba has been completely destroyed in this match. Absolutely destroyed. And well, that's what we will end with today on. We'll try and get some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff up tomorrow as well. Maybe a Jaden versus Chum match just for the fun of it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.